All right, let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anti-Think Tank podcast. This is episode 38. Surprised we got this far.
Let's go. Last to talk to a minor wins $1 million challenge, dude.
All right.
We're starting off strong.
With the way that YouTube's going, I guess.
So let's go ahead and start off
With
with
the way that YouTube's going, things have been getting a little. Imagine.
Are we live now? Are we good? I'm gonna guess so. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, one joke like Ryan said, one joke in, we got fucked over by YouTube.
Dude, Beast is
They
a
did
fucking
not want us talking about
protected class, dude.
It seems like it.
We make one popular YouTuber joke, and we're shot in the street.
And
But anyway, let's start with something. Let's start out with something less controversial. Someone here want to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine? I have not yet seen it, but who's talking about it?
Well, Ian, go for it.
probably. All right, so Deadpool and Wolverine, absolutely slapped. I loved it. I'm a huge fan of. Anyone who's a fan of the channel knows that like none of us really mess with superhero movies like that, especially not in the last like 7 years.
Yeah,
Hello.
it's just been like a special type of like what the fuck's going on when it comes to like Marvel and everything else. I've seen a couple of clips from the new Deadpool movie because people don't shut up. My favorite one so far is them recreating the X-Men animated series shot of Logan like just looking down at a photo of whatever the hell's going on.
Yeah, no, the movie literally has for anyone going into the movie, the plot is like it's quite literally like top 5 worst plots I've ever seen. There's literally better plots in like dog shit 12 episode anime that don't even get a season 2. Like it is genuinely one of the worst plots I've ever seen in a big budget movie. However, the plot is just a vehicle to get to the fun stuff. And if you're a fan of like any superhero movies from like the year 2000 to like 2015, there's tons of stuff in here to love, especially if you like the Fox X-Men movies. There's tons of great cameos and stuff. Every like literally every 10 seconds there's like a reference to something. And normally I would hate that. Like I'm actually against nostalgia bait movies like that. But this movie actually takes the stance that since Fox got bought by Disney and since Fox got bought by Disney and those universes like no longer exist anymore or whatever, they're doing this as like a tribute to the people who loved all of that stuff, as like one final hurrah for people who loved the original X-Men movies and were big fans of them. And that is definitely what this is. So what would normally have been like a soulless nostalgia bait movie feels like a true love letter to just fans in general. And I really loved it. The plot was stupid, but the character writing was pretty good for a lot of it. And it has like the best action in any MCU movie, and it's not even really a debate. Like you will not find anyone who thinks that there's an MCU movie that has better choreographed action than Deadpool and Wolverine. It also helps that they can't die. They're both completely regeneratable, so they can just kill each other constantly. And there's a whole 7-minute sequence of a fight between them, and every single possible move they could make against each other is happening. And the camera like stays on it for the whole fight. I think the camera only cuts like a handful of times. It's absolutely astounding. I thought it was great. I give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Thank God of the camera not cutting. Dude, I'm so tired of them like having the wind up and then just cutting away from the hit and having just the character like move his head or some shit. Like it's so
Like
fucking
the
annoying.
implication that they got hit.
Howdy ho, Locust.
And they always hit us with like the fucking sound effect, dude. Like I'm back in 2010 and Johnny Test is cracking the fucking whip.
Like it's always so frustrating, and I don't understand who that's like satisfying for. Like that's why people love the John Wick movies so much because they show everything. And that's the way to go, honestly. Like if you're gonna do action, like don't half-ass it. Just do it. Just literally do it. Like pay a choreographer and just hold the camera still. Like that's the weird thing is that these directors think they're doing a great job by like putting 80 cameras and like moving between them all the time. You would literally have a more satisfying scene if you did less. Just put the camera in one place and don't move it at all and you will have a more satisfying scene.
Like, what I want is someone who's been like a horror director and is willing to go at the complete and total brutality route, doing just an action movie. Like, I just do Resident Evil as like a movie and not with like a redhead doing a bunch of psychic bullshit, dude. Because that's all Resident Evil is a horror
Yeah, like
action movie that you can play.
yeah, which I'm very, very excited to get into it. I haven't played any of them yet, but I do know that they're super, super popular. And yeah, like if you could get a nice adaptation of that, that would be nice because the two genres definitely complement each other well. Whereas the MCU like got so bogged down in these terrible nothing action sequences for so long. Like I know people praise Endgame, but like that final fight just has never really done it for me personally because there's just so much random movement. And in Deadpool and Wolverine, like everything that's moving on screen feels like it actually has a place and a purpose in an action scene. And so many Marvel like scenes just don't. It's just so much cutting between the cameras, and you can tell that there's nothing actually happening. It's just annoying.
I guess it saves on budget or some shit. But frankly, this is a franchise that brought in literal billions of dollars. I'ma be real, dude. You can show the punch.
Like, where is the money actually going? You guys didn't see the show. I think it was called Secret Invasion or something. Uh, it was a show about scrolls. It was a I can't remember what it was, but it came out like last year, and every episode had this absurd budget, and there were no action scenes in any of the episodes, and no one could figure out where the budget was going. And it turns out like people did some like research into it, and I don't want to spread misinformation about this because I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember that people uncovered that like it did not need that budget. Like, in what world do you need like $15 billion an episode? Let me look up how much it was. How much money an episode? You know, Let's just go She-Hulk. Let's see how many dollars an episode She-Hulk was. $25 million an episode.
Jesus Christ.
Where did
Where's the
that
money,
go?
dude? It's got to be a tax scheme because no one's. Where did it go? Where is it going? I'm trying to find out where it's happening. Good God. Oh, yo, did you guys hear the Rings of Power is getting a season 2?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. Someone needs to go. I don't mean die. I just mean that someone who's currently working in Hollywood needs to just go full Kaczynski and just disappear off into the woods somewhere. Like, I wouldn't give a shit if it was a different franchise, but you're touching on the most important fantasy work of all time and raping it.
Yeah. Like, serially. It's so silly. So, and not to mention, there's some stuff where you look at the budget and it makes sense. Like right now, House of the Dragon, every episode of House of the Dragon has cost around 20 million. And like, yeah, I can't imagine how long it took that team to create that episode the other night. Like that actually looks like something that was worth, I suppose, the budget that went into it. Whereas Rings of Power season 1, I just looked it up here. Rings of Power season 1 almost exceeded $1 billion, and that show got like a 15% on most like rating sites.
Yeah, for good reason. Because it does not matter how much money you throw at something if the writing is just shit. Like, it does not matter.
People will
look
notice.
at the solo leveling anime. It has fans, but they're brain rotted. Because the only thing that
They're
thing
not really
has is
people. They're not really
flashing
people.
lights. Like, it just has flashing lights and K-pop. And that's it. There's no good writing there. And people picked up on
It's for
that
the TikTok
fairly
crowd.
quickly.
What was that last part?
People picked up on it fairly quickly. Like, I'm already seeing people in like random communities saying that, yeah, solo leveling was really overhyped. Because people online, when it was
I
like
made
before it came out, people were talking about it like it was going to be the next coming of Christ.
I literally had someone at work tell me that it was going to that by the time it wraps up, it would be comparable to One Piece in like popularity and story strength. And I know you haven't seen One Piece, but like you know the reputation it has.
Yeah, yeah, like that's like claiming that if I went into the fucking MMA ring, that in a year I could beat like prime Mike Tyson. I'd be a liar. I would die.
Like it's ridiculous. And so I don't understand why we would all die. He would snack on our collective ears. So I don't know who's gonna watch. I don't know who's gonna watch Rings of Power season 2. It's probably gonna be trash. I don't really care that much. It's also not canon to the like Tolkien's work, so I don't even understand why we're watching it.
It like I'm so tired of these big corporations just grabbing beloved properties and just shitting all over it. Like, it happened with Rings of Power and Lord of the Rings, it's happened with Star Wars and every fucking thing that Disney has ever touched. Like, it it just keeps happening.
Oh my god.
Over and over and over
Don't even
again.
get me fucking started with the fucking acolyte. Jesus Christ.
What, you don't think that lesbian space witches forming Anakin in the womb is a good story device 30 years after his fucking storyline wrapped up?
It's also very much. Am I the only one that's? Oh, you guys haven't seen Dune. That storyline very much feels like someone watched Dune and was like, okay, I want to bring some Dune into Star Wars. Like, you know what I mean?
Here's what brings
Yeah.
my piss so boil about it, right? So they hype up this fucking Wookiee Jedi, right? Like it's an insane thing. We can finally see this Sith Lord that apparently happens and exists before the events of Episode 1. Which, by the way, if you watch Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, they talk about how there are no Sith. The Sith doesn't exist anymore. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, hold on a second. Even before the first episode, there's a new Sith. I don't know. It's whatever. But we have a chance to see a fucking Wookiee Jedi fight a Sith. And when they finally track down the Wookiee, he's already dead. The one saving grace you fucking had, you ruined it.
I don't know why they keep fucking
Like,
over the Wookiees, dude.
I don't know either.
Look, they're the most popular non-human race in the franchise, and they just keep getting shit on.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Like Star Wars, like, and then the end of the show has the gall to be like, okay, we screwed up, no one liked this, and then like one of the final shots is just the back of Yoda's head, and I'm gonna be honest, I need Disney to calm down because like if you saw the back of Yoda's head and you really just stood up and went, oh my gosh, like how much do you have going on in your life?
Probably
Do we
not
need to
much.
talk?
Like, because I'm a fan of the original trilogy. I like Episode 3. Episode 2 on 50-50 on Phantom Menace sucks. Outside of Duel of the Fates is fantastic.
See, I'm different when it comes to that.
And then the Clone Wars and Rebels series are just fantastic. Rebels I'm a bit more 50-50 on, but Clone Wars specifically is like about like a 9.5 out of 10 overall. It's just
Everyone I know who's seen Clone Wars just says that it's better than anything else in Star Wars, like better than the original trilogy and all that stuff.
yeah, it justifies the existence of the franchise. Like
Never
Yeah,
saw
that's
it.
what I hear.
I'm the only one here who's seen Clone Wars. Okay.
I've only seen the films. I've only seen
Maybe
all 9 of the quote unquote mainline films. I still don't believe fucking the Disney trilogy exists. I refuse to believe that shit. And then
Yeah,
I
they're
saw
just shit.
and I saw the 2 side stories, the fucking Han Solo and the fucking Rogue One. Granted, Rogue One was the best Disney Star Wars film made.
Which is not saying much because
It's not.
Rogue One had a single good scene.
that's just
Like,
factually untrue. Rogue One is like all good. Like,
Yeah, well, Rogue
I
One
love
is
Rogue One all
Rogue
the way
One
through.
is incredibly good for how it was. Granted, the scene at the very end, we saw a more younger version of Leia, CGI or not CGI. They digitally recreated the young Leia. It was kind of weird. It looked kind of taboo, But other than that, though, I mean, Darth Vader slaying down,
Kind of cringe.
Darth Vader slaying down all those fucking rebels in that hallway. That was an awesome fucking scene.
let's go.
What, Locust? Did we shock you with something?
Just get back to me on Rogue One being good after you finish Clone Wars and Rebels. Like, they butcher a couple of fucking characters in that movie, and it makes me fucking hate them.
What would you say
Oh
is
damn. Okay, I get. I feel.
so Ryan? You're
that?
saying Ryan? You're saying that fucking Phantom Menace was the worst Star Wars film, or one of the worst?
No, it's of the 2 original trilogies, the original trilogy and the prequels. It's the worst one of those.
See, I differ on that.
Disney. What do you consider to be worse than it?
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, dude.
I think Attack of the
Like,
Clones,
Attack of the Clones is
at
a
least
very mid film.
has. I mean, the Phantom Menace is overall, I think, a worse film with just one scene towards the end in Duel of the Fates that brings it back. Whereas Attack of the Clones at least has a couple of like character moments going on and doesn't have Jar Jar. Like, that's kind of
That's
what
true.
saves it.
That's
Well,
true.
see, honestly, in my opinion, though, Jar Jar never bothered me. He never did. So in the Phantom Menace, like,
What?
there are some story problems. I get it, but I enjoyed the film much more than, say, Attack of the Clones. Because for me, Attack of the Clones, there are peaks in it that are memorable and worth watching, but it's mostly dragging out.
So Attack of the Clones sets up a lot for Clone Wars, which brings its points up for me a lot. Secondly, Attack of the Clones has the base on, I think it was Kamino, as well as the origin of the clone army. It has the fight between Obi-Wan and Jango Fett, the death of Jango Fett, the rise of Boba Fett, Mace Windu's and the rest of the Jedi having the massive fight on Geonosis. It has
That's
a
a good
ton
scene.
of
That's a great scene.
it has a ton of very, very interesting scenes in isolation. I just think that the pacing throughout it was shit. The Phantom Menace is like basically George Lucas just vomiting onto a wall and like 3 scenes stick out. If it were not for Qui-Gon Jinn, the movie would outright be unwatchable.
An interesting take. I'm more side with Justin on this one. I actually do. I think that Phantom Menace has like a weird charm about it that I personally like, but I can understand what you mean.
Yeah, like as a movie, it shouldn't work, but like Ian said, the feeling of it is just different. Like there's something about it that draws me towards it and
feel
calls
like
it a good movie. Now, again, ideally, it's not a great movie. Like, it's a bad movie, but there's things about it that draw me back, and it's enjoyable to watch. Of course, Jar Jar. I mean, seriously, people go shit on him all the fucking time. I'm not saying he's a good character. I'm just saying he didn't bother me that much. But
He was terrible.
I did have a problem with them.
it. No, it's not the fact that he's like. It's not the fact that he's just an annoying, goofy character. It's like the weird Jamaican accent is so strange. I don't know what George Lucas was thinking having him go around talking in a Jamaican accent.
That's not how Jamaicans sound, Ian.
That's
What are
Gungan,
you-
actually.
No. No, I am not going to let you gaslight me. People have been talking about how weird Jar Jar. No, like I hate it when you guys do this. I hate it when you guys
Do you
do this,
think
like, oh,
Jamaicans sound like Jar Jar?
Jamaican people sound like Jar Jar. Like, no. Jar Jar,
Like-
yes, Jar Jar has a racist Jamaican accent. He literally goes around talking like he literally says like, are you good? Like,
I will say this, but I'll say this though about Jar Jar. Can we at least admit that the
this
battle
is a
scene
canon
between
fact.
can we agree that
No,
the scene
it's-
between the Gungans
Jamaican
and the droids was actually
Jamaicans
pretty cool?
sound like Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. They don't sound like fucking Jar Jar. They're not going around like, oh, Misa getting the hash. It is going to be a good time. Like,
Why are you making him sound Indian? Are you racist?
that's how Gungans sound, retard.
Why'd you make him sound Indian? Why'd you make him sound Indian? Like you made him sound like Apu from Simpsons, bro. Are you good?
Have you listened to Jar Jar?
Oh my god. Okay, here.
Let him cook.
All right. Here we go. Jar Jar Binks, one of the most cheerful characters in all of Star. Okay, the actor who played him, Ahmed Best, has wait a second. He literally has a quote where he says, "I faced media backlash that made me feel like my life was over what people saw as a racist Jamaican accent for years." Like, how are you guys not hearing it? He literally says, "Oh, Misa this guy, Misa do this." Like, it's weird.
Yeah. They don't say Misa. They say me. They don't say Misa. There's a big difference there.
Okay,
They also have very deep
this
voices,
doesn't
and
even have
he
to be an
sounds like
argument.
a
Why did
fucking. He sounds
I
like
have-
an act,
Do you
like
think
someone
that I
kicked
have
him in the
literally
dick
listened
18 times.
Also, keep in mind, do you think that all Gungans sound Jamaican? Because I'll be honest with you, what's the head ruler, the king? What's his fucking name? I forgot his name already. The one that exiled Jar Jar Binks from the colony. Like when he spoke, I didn't hear Jamaican. I heard Gungan.
I have listened
They
to
don't sound
thousands of
Jamaican.
hours of reggae over my life, and when I heard, okay, that's fine. Can we move on? Like, I don't know why you guys are making me out to be a weirdo when like 90% of the planet, like that is the argument. People are saying, oh, it's weird because he has like a weird Jamaican accent.
They do say Misa.
That is what people say.
Lucas, have you
Even
met a
the actor
Jamaican man that
himself.
said Misa?
Yes, no, Jamaicans don't say that.
Yes. Yes, like Jar Jar says that. Jamaicans don't say Misa. Like,
Can we move on?
sure.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, like, I do think the Phantom Menace gets overhated compared to a lot of things, but I think, like, comparing the first 6 films together, it is the weakest of those. It is held together by, like I said, like, Qui-Gon Jinn and, like, pod racing memes.
And honestly, I'm say it again. My favorite moment, not my favorite, but one of my favorite moments from Phantom Menace was the battles between the Gungans and the droids on Naboo. It was funny, especially seeing Jar Jar win or defeat the enemy by just being a klutz. I thought it was very comedic, and I enjoyed that.
I don't know, dude. Like, it's personal preference at this point. I don't really give a shit if you like the Phantom Menace. I'm just saying that I just don't. I like scenes in it, but I don't like the movie.
Can we at least all agree on one thing?
Like,
Can we agree that the Rise of Skywalker was the worst Star Wars film of all time?
the worst of all time so far.
So far, we have more to come apparently. But no, after they announced that fucking Emperor Palpatine survived that fall, I gave up. Like, no, fuck that shit.
Saying somehow Palpatine returned is an all-timer line, dude.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
it is literally going to go down as one of the worst written things in humankind's history. The actor looked like he was done with this shit while delivering it.
and what gets me is everybody's like, I don't get the problem. Like, he's a very, He's a character to bring back the old fans to the new films. If Palpatine lives, then Darth Vader's sacrifice was for nothing. That's the point.
Luke Skywalker's character arc is for nothing. Anakin Skywalker's character arc is for nothing. Kenobi's character arc is for nothing. Like, just make Snoke or Kylo Ren an interesting fucking villain.
It's not hard. It really isn't. Matter of fact, why don't we just fucking stop advancing the fucking timeline? Like, if Disney bought the franchise and all they did was make all these side stories, I'd be okay with that, honestly. But they tried to progress the Skywalker saga, and that ruined it. It should have ended with Episode 6 and stayed just like that. Like, I'll take Mandalorian any day. I'll take that. I'll even take the show Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'll even take that. But just nothing else, please.
Like, apparently Andor is, like, really good. I haven't watched Andor, so I can't comment on it, but I've heard that it's good. They made Star Wars Rebels, which has some of the best of the franchise and some of the worst. But when it comes to their films, I just needed someone with a fucking plan. Because the first one is a shot-for-shot remake of
A New Hope.
It's a shot-for-shot remake. The second one kills off Luke Skywalker in the most bitch-made way possible and assassinates his character. And then the final one just spreads its cheeks and shits over the entire franchise. Anyway,
Let's move on.
Done with Star Wars now. Mr. Beast has a pedophile friend.
Okay. Yeah, so if
you wanted to talk about that, I have no fucking clue what's up with the new drama.
Okay,
like
so from my understanding is, of course, we're all aware that Ava Chris Tyson got caught for trying to groom minors. It happened. We can't, the chat was leaked. It happened. But the new drama going around now is that people have looked into like Mr. Beast, like in his performance and how he acted, and they're saying that he knew about Ava Chris Tyson being this way. Because there's a photo where, like, during a live stream, apparently he's sitting in the back of a couch and he's looking at a piece of art by an artist by the name of Sean
Batman, yeah.
Yeah. And like they're saying that, he should have known. There's a good chance though that he had no idea who that guy was and had no idea what that drawing was either. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, right? But now the new but now the new controversy though is that everyone is now looking back at old Mr. Beast clips from like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, right? Where he's on live stream doing challenges and then also being edgy, saying the N-word sometimes, not the N-word, but like saying the F-word, referring to the homophobic slur. And they're trying to cancel him over that also. And it's like, listen, find me one YouTuber back in the day during that time that didn't say anything edgy. Like, that was more of a marketing strategy back then.
Like, speaking as like an internet veteran, like, Shadman was fucking everywhere. Like, he was just, if you were making an edgy joke, you talked about him. Like, we're not going after, like, Zach Hadel or One and they had him on the podcast talking about shit all the fucking time. Like,
yeah,
he's kind of like the internet boogeyman. If you were like, chances are at the time Mr. Beast saw that and was like, oh, he got that put up on the wall to be edgy. Because from what I understand, it wasn't like one of his more controversial quote unquote works, the lowly porn.
Yeah.
It was, like, from what I've heard, that one was just, like, a normal Shadman drawing, as normal as that can get. I just don't like when people do guilt by association, because like Mr. Beast, whenever like this shit came out, Mr. Beast just kind of like stood by his friend and said, like a year ago, whenever it came out that Chris was transitioning and became Ava, just saying like, oh, like they're my friend, they're gonna stay my friend, they're not my nightmare, and then people are taking that and just shitting all over him for it, and it's like, yeah, they ended up being a terrible fucking person. That doesn't make Mr. Beast a terrible person. Now, I don't know what the new shit is,
Yeah, apparently,
but that's the extent of my knowledge.
some stuff have came out about. Let me read it over here. Actually, about a new edition of Beast Games. Um, so in Beast Games, I'm reading this from Desert.com. Um, so pretty much it'll be a series of competitors competing for a grand prize. Yada yada yada. And let's see here. I believe it's. Let me see here. I think I heard the word kids. Not in a sexual way. It's just these are. I could be wrong though. Let me see. Anyway, yeah, 1,000 contestants. Doesn't say the age. Just 1,000 contestants, and it was, you know, it was shown off or presented as a Squid Games like challenge, where basically everyone's at an even playing field, and apparently that wasn't the case. And all the games were about speed and strength. This is quoted from a contestant that told someone that made a TikTok clip about it. So it's a he says she says situation, which most internet drama is, you know. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't see how that's much of a drama. How and apparently he's scamming people about it. I don't know. But it's the drama that came out a couple days ago that pissed me off was the fact that, like you said, because Ava's getting in trouble for the shit that she has done, rightfully so. Like it is really fucking creepy as to what she did with these minors. But now that Mr. Beast is somewhat affiliated because they were best friends at one point, now that he's guilty of either A, knowing about it, or B, they're going back to dig up old dirt on his ass from fucking 3 to 4 years ago, which that's how cancel culture is.
Yeah, the
And
vultures form like instantly.
yeah, and of course it's Mr. Beast. They want to see someone fall. I just think that's fucking stupid.
Like when it comes to that, the controversy that you described there, like that has to be people who's never watched Mr. Beast content, because there's been like on camera shit of him like rigging shit in other people's favor, or like giving people leeway when he like really shouldn't. But like that's always been like a part of the charm of a Mr. Beast video. I'm not a huge fan of him in any way, shape, or form. I've just watched a few videos, so I like it takes literally not watching any of them to not know that some of the shit's just not fair. And some kid showing up to a physical challenge and getting bodied, like, I'm sorry, dude. At least you got on a Mr. Beast video. You probably got a little bit of money from that.
And also,
I don't consider that scamming or lying in any way. That it just, I don't think that him being friends with someone who turned out to be a fucking dog shit person overdoes all the good he did with like Team Trees and like the Ocean Project and like
and building all those wells
everything.
in Africa.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Like, I don't know, dude. It just seems fucking retarded to me, frankly, to just completely condemn someone through association.
Yeah.
Like, there have been people who have been married to people for longer than Mr. Beast knew him, and they don't know that they're like serial killers. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. Trying to drag a good person's name into the fucking mud just because you want to seem more superior to a rich or popular person.
like take this in instance, right? Like okay. So the fact this happened to Mr. Beast because of Ava doing this stupid shit, it is ridiculous because think about it. Here's a good example. Minilad and the Vanos crew, right?
Yeah.
How come
Yeah.
when Minilad got caught and was blasted on the internet as he should have and got fucking ripped to shreds by everybody as he should have, nobody then went to the Vanos crew, like Vanos, Wildcat, um, 7-0, whatever. They didn't get any backlash from that at all. Even though they were associated with him for the longest time. Granted,
They
though,
did try to throw Louis Caliber under the bus with him. That turned out not to be true, from what I understand.
oh, I didn't hear about that. But like, you would think that they would try to go after the biggest one, Vanos. Would you not?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think part of it, I think what it mainly is, and the difference there is that whenever it, like, Vanos and the crew had already, like, separated from Minilad for, like, nearly a year at that point.
Oh, that's right.
As well as Vanos and their crew immediately transitioned into just making tons of jokes about Minilad. Like Terrorizer and him stopped liking each other and were constantly getting into Twitter arguments before the drama came out. Like they were basically enemies by the time this shit came out, and it was just kind of like the Vanos fans like, oh, we were on the correct side. Like they're really just kind of throwing Mr. Beast's support for his friend back into his face is the main thing.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that is the drama that I wanted to talk about. It's fucked.
So in short, if there's ever an allegation against you two, I'm immediately throwing you under the bus to save my own ass.
Same way. Granted, I feel like we are more afraid of Ian doing something than us two.
I don't think he's a pedophile.
No, not pedophile, but like SA, sexual assault.
Rape.
Him is
Rape.
You have been quiet for like 15 to 20 minutes, and your first word back is rape.
Oh, by the way, Ian, can I show something in the podcast?
Okay, I need context before this because this is transitioning out of Ian apparently sexually assaulting people, which
No.
isn't a real thing, by the way.
It's not a real thing. We're just making jokes here. But no.
What?
Ian, so
Oh my god.
what?
What? No, go
You
on.
good?
Are you okay? Anyway, so Ian, I was on the podcast. I was on my stream today, and I was playing my games and whatnot. Our lovely viewer in chat here, Locus, had asked me if you really don't like horror games, right? And I told him, yes, you do not like horror games at all. You're very terrified of them. And then my big fat fucking mouth decided to say out loud that I have a video of you reacting to playing Murder House. And it is now requested that I show it.
It's on the channel, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Oh, that one.
This is one where me and Ian were just by ourselves. And Ian came to the house.
Yeah, I thought we were talking that it was talking about the one that was like where we
play the game all you two together or whatever, try to beat the game.
Show
whatever.
it.
Okay, so I will do this. I will share my screen with you individuals. Does it have to really be on this screen? Hold on. Oh, it is not. Boom. Boom. Alrighty. Let me go over to this. Alrighty. And if you guys are watching the stream, I will press play.
Go ahead.
Going to the basement with A killer bunny on the loose? Bitch.
I don't know why Ian played in
It
first
feels
person.
like even moving forward.
You good? Go straight.
How about...
I've never seen this before.
But eat my dick! Eat my balls!
Fucking bunny, eat my dick, eat my balls.
Oh, buddy.
This was my. That was my first time. That was my first time like playing a horror game in like 5 years.
Boy, do we have a surprise for you. We're going to your house and murdering you. You get to play it in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1 second.
Sounds fantastic.
Oh, there he goes. So Locust, I hope you enjoyed that.
Ryan?
I'm back.
Ryan?
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you to death with this hammer.
Good God.
There's another clip too, another video where I got of him
Alright.
where I try to help him go through like the first area where you first see the bunny, right? And I told him that you need to turn around and go up the stairs, right? Now in the game, I show him the hallway, so all he has to do is turn left, a good, 20 degrees to fucking go down this hallway, right? I said, all right, you now turn. He turns the opposite direction, doing a full almost 380, like a 310, 300. I'm like, no, the other way. He starts screaming.
I am not mentally prepared to play these games. I am about to play the entire Resident Evil franchise, so
Good luck with that, boy.
The good news is it's not incredibly scary. It's just there are terrifying moments. Specifically in like Resident Evil 4. 4 is the only one that's like truly scary to me.
I don't think you understand. Like, I will find just the atmosphere too terrifying to walk forward, so it'll be fun time. It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be fine. 4 seconds
So
later.
yeah. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it for had a whole lot of fun playing those. How are your streams going, Justin? Or are you playing those games?
We're currently at 7 followers. I did a 6-hour stream last night with my sister playing Halo Reach, the entire campaign. Internet went out twice, so there's now 3 separate VODs for that.
Wow.
And we
Was
played.
it fun?
Oh, it was fun as hell. Yeah. I need to clip that and put on my main YouTube channel, like to put like a small highlight compilation. But fucking yeah, that was fun. Every Monday we're gonna do a new Halo campaign, and hopefully beat it all in one day.
Yeah, can I give you feedback on that latest video on your channel, by the way?
Oh, the cooking simulator.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, I know it sucked.
That's I don't mean to twist the knife, dude. That video fucking sucked.
Were you the one dislike?
Yeah, I had to be honest, dude. I was just like, man, just like you were still there cursing out Basil fucking Leaf, dude. It was bad.
Listen, it had been a fucking while before I did it's been a long time since I've done like gaming content for my own YouTube channel. And I'm trying to get back into the motion. But anyway, yeah.
Justin, I'm watching this video. What is this? Are you making a trout tartare? Like, where is the? Okay, okay. I did toss a like on there.
You take that back right now. You don't lie to him.
It's fine. See, we'll see.
I'm here to support my
Um,
friend. Like,
but yeah.
Justin, I love you like a brother. You're a great guy. Never make another video like that again.
I'll try not to. It'll take a minute to get back into the groove.
At the very least, edit it where I don't have
Well,
one to like splatter my brains across the fucking wall, dude. Like, I I tried to get through it, man.
Well, he's gonna do good. I'm glad, Justin, that you're having fun streaming games. I hope you continue to do it. I'll try to catch some when I can and maybe be involved in some. Though normally when you're doing them, I'm at work or sleeping
Look, dude,
or whacking it. So, we'll see if it works out.
you should have been there for the Phasmo stream a couple days ago, dude. We chased around ghosts in a high school, like spamming out Naruto intros. Like, I'm pretty sure it was scared of us.
That sounds amazing.
It's on the Twitch channel.
Wait,
It's one of the VODs.
Wait, who all was there? Who all was there?
It was just me, Ryan, and Chance.
And then at the final one, Blaze came in.
And then we kind of dipped because it's getting kind of late.
Damn, dude, I want to be involved in some of these videos. When I have time, I'm gonna try to be involved in some of the streams. At least, even if I just come in for like 20 minutes, that might be fun if I can find time.
You should be there for Roblox Roulette.
That was hell.
That was fun though. It was a fun kind of hell.
Dude, we were playing like an obstacle course on Roblox.
I can imagine.
And I just heard him seething.
Oh yeah, the obstacle course. By the way, Ryan, guess what? So I exported that VOD to my VODs channel on YouTube, and I have 18 copyright notices on that video. 18 of them, right? And they're all
Holy shit.
and they're all from that obstacle course because they were all playing copyrighted music. Like, I checked the timestamps. I checked every timestamp, and every single one was like 5 minutes apart from each other on the same level. Every single one of them.
That's crazy. That sounds
I gotta
fun.
pull it up. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Like, I'll screenshot and fucking show it. Like, it's ridiculous. Let me see here. Roblox Roulette. Boom. Copyright. See details. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let me get to the media. Oh, show it. God damn it. Okay, I guess it's not going to show. Anyway, let me do this then. Let me do it this way. I'll share my screen with you guys. Boom. Boom. Do you see the amount of no impact? Copyright, 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 copyright. And they're all in the same time frame. Copyright, copyright, copyright.
That's beautiful. You would have to re-edit and re-upload that entire section. Like,
Hold up, hold on. Apparently the stream didn't catch that. Let me just show it one more time for the viewers. Granted, it's not affected, but it's just copyright, copyright, copyright. There. Copyright, 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 copyright. And it's all in the same fucking thing. Like 134.38. You go to it, and it's a fucking obstacle course.
You know they had a mute button for music on that game, right?
There is?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me then, I guess.
Should have used it, bitch boy.
Much more?
But unfortunately, you did not.
No, I
Well,
did
time
not.
to send.
But I'd love to be involved sometimes. It sounds like great fun.
Justin was the only person that
it's-
died in our Phasmophobia, like the entire Phasmophobia stream.
Yeah, I was the only person that died. The only one in the entire 3 hours we were doing it.
That sounds great.
He literally ran past
I'd love to,
Blaze and just took
I'd
his
love to,
and just took his neck.
And literally, it crumpled my body and then put it next to the clothes hangers. If anyone watching wants to know what the Twitch channel is, it's twitch.tv/joshdoc.
Like all the rage.
Like we were sitting there trying to like, ask questions and shit, and suddenly we just heard grudge sounds, and I just like dropped the camera and went and hid in the fucking closet. And Justin was like, "What? What's going on, guys? Where are you going?" And then I just heard, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!"
Like, fuck. I will say, though, every time we try to talk to a ghost, we always got a reaction by asking one simple question. Are you a gold digger?
What is the question?
Or are you a gold digger?
But why?
But yeah,
It's simple.
Why ask that question?
it was a simple question to ask. A very simple question to ask. And fucking...
It's a yes or no question.
And 3 ghosts responded back yes. And the 4th one was in the high school. That one did not want to talk to us at all. And then Ryan started playing fucking Naruto intros and just started running around the fucking school with it. We never saw a ghost the entire time.
We spent 30 minutes just threatening it, going into random rooms and just saying like, "I know you're here, you son of a bitch! I'll find you!"
Pure RNG dictates that has to work at least sometimes.
Apparently, I think the statistics said that we were in the ghost room for at least 20 seconds.
We were in there for 48 seconds.
48 seconds, yeah.
Out of 30 minutes.
We totally just zoomed right past it, apparently. But no, Ian, you should definitely join in on our Twitch activities over at twitch.tv/justdoc. Link in the description.
I definitely will. I'd love to check it out sometime, have some fun playing some games with you guys. I'm actually gonna have a whole lot more fun playing games now because Ryan helped me get some upgrades for my computer. I'm going to get them installed, really have a better, more fast time with my computer, so that's good for me.
Yeah, you may want to get over to Quintard and put the parts in to see if it works, so that if it doesn't, you can take it back to fucking Best Buy.
I don't have time to go to Quintard. I need more time to go. I don't have time to go to Quintard. You're the Quintard.
You know what? Just
What you gotta
enjoy
say
losing
about that?
money.
What you gotta say about that? What you gotta say about that? What you gotta say about? What you gotta say about that? What you gotta say about that? Do what? Do what?
I think every word you say gives a better argument to abortion.
I can only hear half of what you're saying, so I assume that you lost the argument.
His internet's so fucked right now.
I was gonna suggest talking about evil, but I don't think that it would survive.
My internet's terrible. I can't hear either of you. Just talk to each other. Just talk to each other.
I guess we can end it here. It's almost an hour.
1 second. Let me just say his social security number out loud.
Let
You can't fight back anyway.
me read off his
I
home
heard that. I heard
address.
that. I heard that. I heard that. I heard that part. I heard that part.
His mother's maiden name is Charles. He muted himself.
It's literally not. It's literally not. My middle name is Dalton.
That's not what we said. I said your mother's maiden name.
My full name is Theothrastus Bombastus Foolio Rip Dingle Dongle
The ghost in
Florbenstein.
her house said your name once, and
And
it
sa-
was
and-
not. It sounded nothing like that.
Alright,
How's
well,
that been?
I might
but-
just go ahead
how's the
and
ghost
say-
update, by the way? How's that
his
been
full
going?
name, huh? I might just do the whole thing, huh? Huh? I might just do it.
He's just talking to himself now.
I can't hear any of what you guys are saying. I think you said something about my ghost. It hasn't been haunting me. I've been totally chill the last like 2 months.
Hell yeah, dude. Maybe it finally got bored and left.
All right, I'm willing to call that an episode. Internet's fucking up. I think it's trying to rain over here, so yeah, that's probably what's going on. All right, thank you all for watching the episode 38 of the Anti-Think Tank podcast. Again, keep in mind we start streaming around 11 to 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, Locust, for being a good chatter. Thank you for being here for us. Ian's playing guitar, and we'll be ending the stream here, and we will all see you next Tuesday.